Welcome everyone. Today we're playing Ultimate General Civil War once again. Today we are going to be facing the enemy, continuing the Maryland campaign. I believe that's what it's called. Anyway, let's get going. All right, that's our forces. We're deploying the entire First Corps. So we're going to send forward our skirmishers, which is nice to have skirmishers again. We've had them, they just didn't deploy. We have not been able to top off our units as well as I would have liked. You'll notice that the numbers are not as good as they should be. We did top off a few, but I didn't top off the ones that I started on the wrong side of the army and didn't get to Loomis, and there's hardened sharpshooters. We'll send them on across, and we're going to send our cavalry detachment on the flanks. Do we have more cavalry? Yes, we do. Fantastic. Just kind of want to know what's going on. Oh, there's the enemy. So we'll use Carlin to begin peppering the enemy. We'll move Rhodes up into support. We'll move Ward up into support. There we go. Enemy skirmishers. We'll move Dural forward. Not the cavalry Dural, but the rifle line infantry Dural. I'm going to move the supplies to the center of the artillery. At least it will have some protection, and I'm going to move the commander forward. The enemy is moving forward, it seems, pretty quickly. Okay, let's see what we've got. All right, so a couple of rounds against that. They're charging my skirmishers. I'm going to move my cavalry actually back, form up Loomis and fire on Anderson, and form Walton to deal with Anderson. And then Pegram will move forward, get off one more shot at that. All right, form Rhodes into the rear. Our cavalry did not take any casualties. Carlin is falling back, having taken nearly 200 casualties. Things are developing very fast. All right. Center seems not to be their target area. Okay, unfortunately, our cavalry is falling back again. So I'll get Preston ready to fire on Kemper as they're trying to cross a stream. That's perfect. The artillery is also hitting them. Okay. So we have, okay, the enemy is going to attempt to stop us as we cross the stream. That is not good. That is never good. Okay, can we get anything around the corners? Yes, maybe. I want to get some cavalry into the back. We all know how good that was in all of the previous battles. If Carlin is reformed, I'm going to move them to the center just to provide... Actually, I may do this. Flanking is becoming the thing I have to do more and more, I'm realizing. Something that I've not been doing early on in the battle that is beginning to show. Get Ward into position to support Stone. Yeah, Stone. New commanders, I'm not sure of their name, and I'm checking. Let's see. Alright, these units are going to just cross. I think we can cross pretty easily at the moment. And I'm going to send the sharpshooters across as well if I can. If Dural and them can get across the stream before taking fire, we're in good shape. Okay. We've driven the enemy back on this flank, and we're going to move forward. Okay, our cavalry is getting around the enemy, and I'm going to order Carlin to form up here. Come on, no. Pegram, okay, at least he's going to retreat, hopefully this direction. Okay, the cavalry is going to charge. Hardin is going to take on Rhodes, the enemy Rhodes. We have one of our own, okay. I'm sure that they're going to break, but we might be able to do some damage to their artillery very quickly. Preston, get on them. Brewster, get on them. Stone has collapsed. Ward, form back up. Get ready. Pegram is falling back. All right, Loomis, form here. Now, where's our cavalry? Perfect. We'll get the cavalry into the rear, and we're in good shape. Yes, fortunately, once we get a bunch of cavalry, we can use it to begin harassing enemies' rear, and we'll be able to force them back, hopefully. I'm going to move these two units forward to deal with Ward. I need to get the commander up closer to the battle. Where is he? There he is. Okay, Stone has reformed. We have a rout on Harding. We have Preston falling back. I don't want them routing across the stream. Terrible positioning. The enemy has taken up a really good position, any way you look at it. Our cavalry, though, is our one advantage. Ferguson has been wounded. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm moving the cavalry, if you're noticing, to try to get to this position. Okay, there's General Jackson. It's the enemy commander. It's very good, and he's buffing the enemy morale. Brewster's falling back. I hate fighting on these spring type stream things. All right, let's see what we can do. The enemy is flying troops back. I think they know that I've got cavalry back here. Not sure which cavalry unit they're aware of, or maybe they're aware of both. Doesn't matter. We're going to try. Okay, they're moving one line infantry regiment. Okay, they've seen one. They've seen both. Second we see the enemy, we charge. Okay, the enemy has skirmishers. It's not going to go very well for us, but we might be able to break this unit. We all know the advantage of having troops in the rear. Okay, we'll move these troops forward. And again, we're doing a very bad thing. We're attacking directly on the enemy. Although I am attempting flanks now more than I used to. Okay, that's good. The enemy is coming forward, and we'll be able to get them, hopefully. Melvin Pegram is wounded. Okay. That was him. Okay. So they'll reform back in here. I need to get Forval out. We were unable to capture that position. All right, so let's see. We've got 2 hours on the clock, basically. We have no reinforcements coming. I should say that. Hopefully neither does the enemy. That is our one hope at winning this battle. Walton's Immortals are beginning to fall back, as are Carlin, and Loomis is still holding. This is not going well. Actually, I'm going to grab you guys and focus on Evans. And then we're just going to get Brewster. Okay, fantastic. So you guys need to all, as a group, form on this position. Our artillery is just pounding away at them. That is our one advantage. We do have more artillery than they do. Also, we do have cavalry. Not that it's worth that much. Skirmishers are going to try to deal with some of their artillery. We routed it. I don't know how we got flanked. It must have been by that. Ordering all our infantry units across the river. Hopefully they'll, I don't know if that's a river or a stream or what, so we'll see. Darius Couch has been wounded. I'm moving the cavalry back forward. It may be a mistake, but I want to threaten them from behind. Maybe get them to pull some troops off. We all know that that was vital in the very first Manassas battle, so it may work here. All right, you guys need to hit. Okay, they have more units than I thought they do. Okay, so I want to expose this. Okay, so that the enemy will move towards me. Okay, but they may be smart to that move now. Carlin is... Okay, we've routed one of their units. Our artillery is just firing away, which is fantastic. Pegram is... Okay, we've been flanked, but that's okay. Okay. It's now time to press forward the attack, gentlemen. Where's my commander? All right, St. Renegade has once again been driven from the field. I don't think they're wounded. I mean, they reappear and never says they're wounded, but you lose their morale buff, so I had them too close to the front. So, yeah, let's see how this is gonna go. Ooh, you know what? Let's take their... Okay, hardened skirmishers, sharpshooters. We've lost nearly 250 troops. Got an hour and a half on the clock, and our forces are in pretty bad shape. We need to just keep pressing forward and hope that we can do something. Okay, let's get Brewster up here. Maybe. Here's a strategy. I'll have Stone deal with Rhodes. Durrell move here. Ferguson move here. Hardened skirmishers will move here, and then we'll move Brewster this direction. Okay, we captured. Carlin has been killed. All right, all right, that's okay. So what I'm going to do is send Pegram forward. As you can notice, I'm trying to flank on this side. So I'm going to send these cavalry units forward. I'm going to send the supplies forward as well. And we're going to attack their their artillery on this flank. Durrell and Stone are going to attempt to do hopefully a successfully hold the enemy. I'm going to fire on Jackson, because if we can kill the enemy commander, we'll have done a pretty decent job. Now, Formal is going to charge Walton, and Pegram is going to charge Lee. All right, we have them on this flank, I think. Now let's check to see what's going on over here. Okay, we're going to move Carlin forward to support. Pegram is going to deal with this. Okay, the center is collapsing. Stone has collapsed. Durrell, get off some fire here. You guys, Preston needs to move up. All right, I'm going to move Ferguson this direction. We've killed their commander as well, but that just brings us parity. It doesn't, not parity, but parity, which doesn't means that we're just kind of equals now. It's not ideal. Enemy is incredibly strong still, and we're not. So it's going to be difficult, but we do have them on a flank now. So we've got 1 hour on the clock. We've managed to destroy most of their artillery on this side, and we are now moving in force, rolling up this flank. There we go. We'll use this infantry and our artillery to press against the front and hopefully hold them back. I don't think that the enemy is smart enough to attempt a crossing. I'm hoping. If they did that, they would be able to get at our artillery, and I don't want that to happen at all. Okay, I'm going to move these skirmishers up. I'm going to order Durrell, Ferguson, Brewster, everybody just going to move there, and then I'm going to move this cavalry unit and Formal back in. I'm going to move their supplies closer to my troops so that my troops are getting resupplied from the enemy, of course, which is always the way to do. All right, where did Carlin go? I'm guessing we lost Carlin. We'll reform here, and the goal is just to try to fix the enemy, more or less. We'll destroy this artillery unit. Okay, it shows as a route. All right, let's see what we've got. Harden, can they move up behind? Perhaps. Ordering Durrell and Ferguson to do this together. I want to destroy this artillery. Now, the enemy is staying here to try to deal with this, but hopefully they don't have enough brains. Aha! And now we move our cavalry unit, and we move Ferguson and Durrell. Good. I'll just move Ferguson straight there. Guys, all of you should fire at these skirmishers, and I think we'll be able to do pretty good. Okay, Preston will attack from the rear. These units are going to advance this direction. We've got cavalry, and we're going to move Ferguson into position with cavalry on the flanks and skirmishers. All right. Now, Walton's immortals are not so immortal. They're falling back. but the enemy is definitely being pushed back at a very high cost to us. And I need to form a dural there and move the supplies this direction. Now let's see what we've got down here. We're holding the enemy. Walton is reformed. I'm going to move him here. Okay, enemy skirmishers. Everybody deal with this. Drive their skirmishers back. What have we got on the clock? 6 minutes to contest and 30 minutes. So I'm going to move Dural and I'm moving Preston. This line is in good shape, more or less. I mean, nothing's in really good shape. With Ferguson now moving here, where's my other cavalry unit? We must have lost it. It's the way the day's been going. Yep, they broke. Hold tight. We got enemy units marching against us here. Need to move the sharpshooters back down to... This is going to be tough. This is going to be really, really tough. Fantastic. These guys are going to be able to move forward now. Loomis is still being held up by Anderson. Going to move the cavalry down in just to help hold it. We've only got 20 minutes left to hold this position. That's fantastic if we're able to do it. It's going to be tough. Going to be real tough. But we may be able to do it. All right, we're moving the army forward. I'm sure we've taken massive amounts of casualties compared to the enemy. Unfortunately, I can't check because I don't have... Oh, we faced Longstreet as well. Preston should be firing on them, but I'm going to fire all of Pegram on these guys. Walton's Immortals are going to deal with that unit because they're pretty small now. All right, we have the enemy essentially surrounded on 3 sides, basically, and Loomis is still holding pretty fast there, but if he's able to break through at any point, we're in good shape. And Dural will deal with this, and then you will move forward, and you will... Perfect. 13 minutes on the clock, 12 minutes on the clock, sorry. It's changing as clocks are apt to do. Let's see, is our artillery still firing? All artillery, move forward. Nope, there we go, move forward. Hopefully we'll be able to get some fire in. 10 minutes on the clock. Hardin is breaking. It's gonna be really a push to do it. Okay, let's see if we can. All right, 8 minutes on the clock. I'm just hoping we don't break over here. Hardin needs to reform. I'm gonna move Stone around. Don't have time to do a good get off more fire on Evans. Good, you guys attack here. I don't know why Pegram just charged, but all right. He's gonna break. I'm sure we're gonna lose that unit. Gonna move Hardin's sharpshooters, which are almost non-existent. Yep, we lost Pegram's cavalry. Moving Rhodes up here. Moving this unit here. How is Loomis's morale? We'll just order him to keep attacking. These units are moving forward. This army is... Okay, anyway, that was the victory of South Mountain. We deployed with 25,195 troops. The enemy had 24,599 troops. We had 15,000 cavalry. We don't have any of those, I don't think. And let's see, we had 123 guns. The enemy had 102. We lost slightly less than the enemy, which is shocking. We lost 910 cavalry, which is terrible. and but we did capture 79 of the enemy troops. Let's see, we accomplished our victory missions of lose less than 40% of your army, which is always a good thing, and we accomplished our mission of holding South Mountain. Here's our infantry. Ward was the best unit in the battle, which kind of surprises me because he wasn't in a key position at any point in the battle. Walton's Immortals, one of the special units, really got beat up, but they were already beat up at the beginning of the battle. They lost almost 1,000 troops. Anyway, so we see that we did pretty good there, but we did lose some. We had a number of wounded officers, but we also got some good promotions, including one for the entire corps, which is fantastic. Let's see what we captured. We captured some of these rifles, the Springfields. We'll need those, and we got hunter rifles, which we're going to sell, and supplies, which is always wonderful. And we got 13 of the 12-pounder howitzers, which we will be using to outfit a new artillery battery, which you should see hopefully in the next battle. I should note that the next battle is, I believe, Antima, which is going to be a really, really bad battle if it's anything like the historical version. Hopefully we'll win it. We can only hope at this point. But anyway, if you like this battle and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. And anyway, about it, thank you so much for watching.